Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody. Today is Thursday, September 4th, 2008, and this is Jerry First with First on Forex with an FX market update. And we've got a lot of news coming out today and interest rate announcements. So before we get to the charts, first, let's get to the disclaimer. By continuing to watch this video, you agree to the following: that this is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. You agree that information provided is not financial or trading advice. Trading involves significant risk of financial loss. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. Please do your due diligence, and before you start really trading with money, practice, review, and adjust your trading with the demo account. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. We do have several interesting events coming up on the calendar. We've already had Hurricane Gustav basically do no major damage to the Gulf region, and oil dropping like a rock. And now we've got, coming up Thursday, today, we have the UK coming out with their interest rate announcements, and then the European Central Bank coming out with their interest rate announcement at 7 o'clock Eastern Time and 7:45 respectively. Then Jean-Claude Trichet shall be speaking at 8:30 Eastern Time. Adjust your clocks accordingly, and stay tuned for a little bit of volatility. With the U.S., we have the non-farm payroll coming out on Friday, and we have the Monster Employment Index coming out at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Then at 8:30 Eastern Time, productivity costs and jobless claims is going to come out at the same time that the press conference with Mr. Trichet taking the stage. So watch for 8:30 Eastern Time. Then at 10 o'clock, ISM non-manufacturing survey and the natural gas report at 10:30. So then coming up, the big report tomorrow will be the non-farm payroll report. So having said that, the charts are starting to look sideways for the most part. Here's the euro on a 60-minute chart showing really nice symmetry on a downward trend channel, and now you can see that we've started a little bit of a sideways uptrend channel, but we're still within the major trend down. So we want to go ahead and see if the euro can break out of this downward trend channel. Then it may continue up and out. If we were to go ahead and take a look at the pound, which has been getting pounded lately, such a drop-off here. And there are some that are thinking that it's going to continue to bleed. However, I'm looking at this thinking that we are going to hit a spot where the pound should start to stabilize, and it very well could be today after the UK announces their interest rate announcement and gives further direction. If they continue to hint that they will be cutting interest rates, the pound could continue to decline. But I am going to suspect, strictly just a suspect, that a lot of the downward pressure on the pound is because everyone is expecting this interest rate cut in a few hours, and the current price or the current bottom of around 1.77 could be a short-term bottom. However, time will tell. Again, this is strictly for educational purposes, and so do your due diligence. Let's take a look at the Canadian, US dollar Canadian pair, where you can see that the dollar has gained an enormous amount of strength, going from the 104 range to 107, and giving back some of that around 106 now, but consolidating quite nicely ahead of the interest rate announcements. And let's take a look at the Australian dollar, which is it's got somewhat of a similar pattern. The dollar giving back some of its recent gains, but Australia really taking a pounding here along with the pound. New Zealand as well. Commodity currencies really under pressure, and you can see this This currency no exception. These are all 60-minute charts. If we were to go ahead and shift over to the daily charts, you can really see the carnage here. And let's in fact go back over to the pound. It's hard to find a daily chart of any currency that has such a swift and dramatic drop from the 2.01 range all the way down to 77.50. How fast the currencies can move, very dramatic. Contrast that to the euro. Well, that's not. I'd have to pull up another chart now that I've got a bunch of analysis on there. Here's the Canadian, showing a little bit more retracing, backing, and filling as the dollar continues to gain ground. The dollar yen holding steady, dollar gaining against the yen, but again a nice trend channel on the way up. So that's about it right now. Want to go ahead and remind everybody that we are looking at interest rate announcements coming out in a couple of hours from the UK and the ECB. And if you come to my blog here on FX Street, first on Forex, fxstreet.com, or if you just go to actually ienweb.com or investorseducationnetwork.com, and if you click on the top banner, you can get a free survey that will help you determine where you are currently as a trader. Find your strengths and weaknesses. Go ahead and fill in the survey and write in your goals. What are your goals for the next 3 months? What is it you need to work on? What are your strengths and what's holding you back from getting to the next level? If you fill in your information here, as time permits, I will go ahead and get back to you if you fill out the survey form, if you are serious about looking into private mentoring and coaching. And so with that, I want to thank you all. Tune in again. I've got my webinar here every Monday on FX Street at 12 noon Eastern Time, 1600 Greenwich Time. And good trading, everybody. That's a FX Market Update with yours truly, Jerry First, for First on Forex.